G'day everyone, and welcome to our off-grid cabin. It's been raining for a week or so I haven't managed to get into the vegetable garden. I thought I'd make this week's video about the solar I installed at our off-grid cabin. As I say, we are totally off-grid. We're not on the water grid, we're not on the electricity grid. I had to install an aerial in order to get 4G. So we are 100% out in the bush. We've got all the creature comforts of home, as you'll see, but we had to do all of it ourselves. So let me show you the electricity system. All right, so here we have the back of the buildings, and as you might be able to see, each building has its own separate solar system. That's for redundancy. If we run out or if we break down on one cabin, then at least the other side still has electricity. So let's start on the insulated shipping container, which is our bedrooms. 4 250 watt solar panels coming off the roof, and going down the conduit and into this, which is actually a toolbox, lockable weatherproof toolbox. I call it the battery box. As you can see, my cabling is not super neat. I'm always changing little things on the system, and if you tie up all the cables, you have to untie them every time you want to change something. So it's functional but not neat. Runs into this 100 amp charge controller. Decided to go for some redundancy. The most I've ever gotten out of it was, out of the solar panels, was 57 amps on a really hot sunny day. And I had to replace the wires after that because the wires got a bit hot. So I had to put a larger gauge wire from the solar panels to that. From the charge controller runs to these two 230 amp hour AGM batteries. Because we're not transporting the electricity very far, only from the batteries to the cabin really. It's only a 12 volt system, so it's 460 amp hours. Because they're only AGM batteries, not all of that's usable. It then splits into a 12 volt system and into a 240 volt system. 12 volt, because many things these days run off 12 volt systems, phone chargers, LED lighting, etc. So I thought, why bump it back up to 240 volt and then back down to 12 volt again? Doesn't seem to make sense to me. The 12 volt system, mostly automotive equipment, blade fuses, etc. And then the 240 volt system. Now, as you might have seen, we have a split system air conditioner. That goes to it's hardwired to the high amp draw sockets. The plug runs to the plugs and sockets in the cabin, and then everything is protected to be compliant. It's all earth through body earth terminal over here, which runs to a 1.5 meter earth spike down into the ground. So that is the bedrooms. Moving on to the cabin. Again, 250 watt solar panels on the roof. Running down the conduit into the back of the box this time. Again, 100 amp charge controller. Can't remember the size of these batteries. I think they're 145 amp hours, but because we're not running an air conditioner off them, we don't need that much. Again, 12 volt system. Again, 240 volt system. And all earthed over there. We've never really run out of juice. Ran out of juice once on the bedroom section. We had a day when it was about 45 degrees out. Not a breeze. If there's no breeze to cool the outside unit of the air conditioner, it uses much more electricity. And we ran out after about 5 hours of running the air conditioner at full blast. So more than enough for our needs. Let's have a look inside. Okay, the only things running off 240 volt in here is the coffee maker and a 32-inch LED television. Occasionally in the summertime we'll plug a fan in to cool the cabin down a bit. The fridge freezer we have here, camping fridge freezer, runs on 12 volt. The lighting all runs on 12 volt. And the 4G internet router, also 12 volt. So that is our lounge area. This is the kitchen area. Heating is all done with a potbelly wood stove. Cooking is all done on gas. So the only electricity in the kitchen is lighting, 12 volt. Let's go have a look at the electricity in the bedroom. Right. The only thing that runs off to 40 volt over here is the air conditioning unit. And we have a socket where the missus plugs in a hairdryer. Things like that. Lighting is all 12 volt. And on each side of the bed, I've installed a little charging station where you can charge your phone at night. All run on 12 volt. Right. Outside we also have some lighting. It's all 12 volt lighting, operating on its own solar panels and on motion sensors, so it only comes on when you need it at night. Lighting your way around so you can get to the shower, the toilet, or the tool shed at night. There's little 12 volt panels up on the roof. And even inside the buildings, there's our shower, bucket shower, hoisted up into the roof. And there's the light, the motion sensor on it. So while you're showering or brushing your teeth, every now and then you have to wave your arms to turn the light back on again. And the shower building there. Composting toilet, breather pipe, 12 volt solar panel, bag of sawdust, and the light, or the motion sensor. So while you're on the toilet, wave your arms every now and then. Moving along to the tool shed. There's the 12 volt solar panel. Tool shed's a bit of a mess, work in progress. And there's the light with the motion sensor. So even at night, when you have to come out here, there's still some light lighting your way. And around us, it's just Australian bush. Kangaroos, wallabies, many birds. And phascogales. I'll tell you a bit more about phascogales in a future video. Right everyone, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications when new videos are released every Wednesday night. Have a beautiful week and see you all next week.